Hi there, Lisa Arana here, and welcome to another Assemble This video. Today it's all about layering some fun die cuts to feature your stamped images, doing a bit of ink blending, and lots of die cutting for this sweet little card. Featuring the April 2020 sentiment kit, Trust It Will Be Okay from Unity Stamp Company. There's so much you can do with this large butterfly-filled heart, and all the lovely sentiments designed for support and comfort. I've got everything gathered and ready to go today. Again, lots of die cutting and distressed inks in Evergreen Burrow, Dusty Concord, and Peacock Feathers. I stamped the image and sentiment already using the Gina K amalgam ink, and then die cut out that panel after I stamped it, just to kind of have my butterflies off into the side of the die cut, kind of towards the lower third of the panel. Starting out with that Dusty Concord and using a blending brush, focusing mainly on the butterflies and kind of the center of that heart, and then I did use the excess ink and kind of blended it around in the shape of the heart to kind of create a bit of a halo. Next, moving on to the green color, the Evergreen Burrow, and focusing more around the edge of the heart and towards the center. I'm trying to leave those butterflies mainly in the purple color, and then using the green to start filling in the background and to help define that shape of the heart. I'm doing light layers of the colors and just blending and layering and blending and layering. That way I don't get a real stark blob of ink in one area when I set that brush down. Last, I'm going over it with the blue, and I'm really focusing on the edge of that heart, and then also kind of filling in whatever's left on my brush to kind of blend that excess out towards the edge of the entire die cut. Now I want to add in a few splatters. Again, this just kind of pulls all those colors together, and it just creates a fun effect. I'm smishing on some of that purple onto my mat and then picking it up with some water and then just tapping the brush to create some splatters. The background had a lot of blue, so by using the purple that's in the center of those butterflies, it just kind of pulls all the colors together. And now I'm just going to do some white splatters. This is some Hero Arts Unicorn Spray ink, but you could also use acrylic paint, just kind of mix it up with some water and then splatter that on. So this is a matching die cut. I die cut it out in some gray cardstock. I really like the cool tones that I have going on with the blues and purples, so I went with a cooler colored cardstock and went with gray. I'm just going to glue that down with some tape adhesive, and then I'm going to pop up the center panel with some foam adhesive. I like the dimension that this creates, just creates a little bit of interest to the card without a lot of layers. And now I'm just going to put that down right into the center of the die cut. I just love how this really helps that image pop. That bit of matting from the gray just helps the beautiful butterfly image really pop against the background. I have my sentiment already made, the thanks die cut. I die cut it out in some silver foil cardstock and then also fun foam, and then glued those together, so there is a bit of dimension going on with the sentiment. If you want to see how I did that, I'll link to the video that I did previously that shows the layering of the two die cuts. Next, I trimmed down the sentiment that says, "You keep me calm." I just thought it'd be a great thank you for somebody who listened to you or helped you through a tough time, or for even nurses or medical staff, just for being a great support system during this crazy time of the pandemic. So I glued that straight down with some tape adhesive, and then I'm using glossy accents on the back of the sentiment. Liquid adhesive works much better on that fun foam, so this time I chose to use glossy accents, and then I'm just going to flip that over and glue it directly down on top of the stamp sentiment. I like the way that the curve looked, so I bent my fun foam a little bit with that sentiment and then put an acrylic block on top just to make sure it gets a nice solid adhesion to the card. Fun, so you can here see the little bit of dimension that that popped up sentiment creates. There's a lot of white going down in the bottom of the card, and there's all these curves in the die cut. So I felt the stark sides of the card base just needed to be rounded a little bit, so I used my corner rounder, and I liked the way that softened it up. And then the silver of the sentiment just needed a little bit of help, so I wanted to put some silver into the background of the card, so I grabbed some silver sequins and stars just to pull those metallic colors throughout the entire card. Just kind of makes it seem like it's working together better. So here is the finished card with all these beautiful layered die cuts. I just love how they frame that lovely, beautiful butterfly image colored in cool blues and purples. The little bit of shine from the foil cardstock and sequins just add that perfect little touch to pull it all together. I'll have all the supplies linked in the description of this video. If you have any questions or a sweet comment, post below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.